Listen closely, because what you're about to hear is a story that exposes the biggest financial crime in Japanese history. A tale of greed, deception, and devastating consequences, this investigative documentary will follow the money trail to unravel a web of corruption that has far-reaching implications for us all. The year was 1990. The Japanese stock market and real estate markets were reaching unprecedented heights, earning the title of bubble economy. But just as quickly as it had inflated, the bubble burst, leaving behind a trail of financial destruction that would take decades to recover from. Amidst this chaos, one man saw an opportunity to enrich himself at the expense of others. His name is Makoto Kinoshita, and he would go on to become the mastermind behind what has been called the biggest financial crime in Japanese history. But before we delve into the specifics of Kinoshita's scheme, it's important to understand the context of financial crime in Japan. Despite its reputation for honesty and integrity, Japan has a long history of white-collar crimes that have cost the country billions of dollars. In fact, according to a 2019 report by the Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office, there were over 3,500 cases of financial crimes reported in Japan that year alone, with losses totaling over 470 billion yen. So why is financial crime so prevalent in Japan? Some experts point to the country's unique corporate culture, which places a high value on loyalty and conformity. This can create an environment where unethical behavior is tolerated or even encouraged, particularly in industries such as finance and real estate. Whatever the reasons may be, one thing is clear: financial crime is a serious problem in Japan, and it has real-world consequences for ordinary people. In this documentary, we will explore the biggest financial crime in Japanese history and examine the devastating impact it had on individuals, families, and the economy as a whole. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on an investigative journey like no other. We'll follow the money trail, expose the players involved, and uncover the truth behind this shocking case of financial deceit. Stay tuned for more in The Biggest Financial Crime in Japanese History. In the late 1990s, Japan was rocked by an unprecedented financial scandal that would forever change its automotive industry. At the heart of this storm stood one of the country's most iconic and respected companies, Mitsubishi Motors. The company had been engaging in a systematic cover-up of vehicle defects for decades, putting millions of lives at risk. This is the story of how the biggest financial crime in Japanese history unfolded. The Mitsubishi Motors scandal first came to light in 2000 when it was revealed that the company had been hiding data on unintended acceleration and braking issues in several of its models, including the popular Pajero SUV. The scope of the cover-up was staggering. For over 20 years, Mitsubishi Motors had knowingly produced and sold defective vehicles while failing to address the design flaws that led to these problems. The financial impact on the company was swift and devastating. With its reputation in tatters, Mitsubishi Motors faced a wave of lawsuits from angry customers and plummeting sales figures. By 2004, the company had reported losses totaling over $3 billion and was forced to sell off key subsidiaries just to stay afloat. But perhaps the most damaging aspect of this scandal was the human cost. Hundreds of people were injured or killed as a direct result of Mitsubishi Motors' negligence, leaving families shattered and communities reeling from the loss. In one particularly tragic case, a young girl died when her family's Mitsubishi Pajero suddenly accelerated, causing a fatal crash. As investigators dug deeper into the scandal, they discovered that the rot ran even deeper than initially thought. It turned out that top executives at Mitsubishi Motors had been aware of the defects for years, but chose to ignore them rather than risk the financial consequences of a recall. In some